I dare you to eat the Awa Awa Bubble Fruit, Zoro. Luffy, I don't want to get into your stupid dare games, but I will participate. Oh no! I'm all bubbly! Monkey D. Luffy, One Piece Ultimate Legends on the table? That hasn't happened before. Alright, Luffy, you started this. And you're gonna eat a Mara fruit, or a Flame. Challenge accepted! We've gone through several Blocks Fruits before, which is like an unofficial offshoot of One Piece, but now official One Piece action figures and some fruit, some mystery squishy fruit on the table. That last fruit, Zoro, was really yummy, but wait till you try this one. The OPOP Fruit. The OPOP Fruit seems harmless. Luffy, what did I eat? They're like mystery light up squishy devil fruit. That's gotta be interesting to collect. Alright, let's finish this. You try one of those shadow fruits, and I'll try one of your rubber gum fruits, and show what a real warrior can do with it. Okay. Oh, got really dark in here. Ooh, you big baby. Oh, my gum hand, what's going on? Oh, I think I need to go to the doctor. Just start the review. Along with some Ultimate Legends, Monkey D. Luffy, and Zoro looking good. So follow on in as we go through some cool looking figures and some awesome tasting fruit.
Squirrel Stampede.
Please like,
Share.
and subscribe.
This is One Piece Ultimate Legends, a Monkey D. Luffy
Superposable.
action figure. Our first official look of a One Piece action figure on the table. Now, we've had a few One Piece inspired things like Blocks Fruits on the table before, but we've never gone full on into the grand line. Well, we kind of sort of have a little bit before. Monkey from the Anime Heroes line may have stopped by from time to time. The Anime Heroes line, like this Chainsaw Man right here, slightly larger scaling at approximately 6.5 inch figure size for Luffy. And I have no idea the length of this chainsaw here, at least 5 inches. The Ultimate Legends scale a little smaller. They are looking more to be about a 5 inch figure scale. I believe with the lower cost BanDai stuff, a smaller scale may be more desired, as they don't really go too much on high detail. And this was a pretty good value figure at about $10 found over at Walmart. On the back of the pack, just a lot of grand line fine print. So let's get Luffy, D of Monkey, out of pack. Let's see how gentle I can be with the back of the card and a brick separator here. Pretty basic so far, no accessories, but his hat holds on his head, which I appreciate. There always seems to be something going on with Monkey's straw hat, which is rather large. Okay, so here he is. He's got a really cheesy grin on his face going. Standing straight, fists are ready, closed vest. Looks highly articulated. Wait a second, did they miss a button? There is a missing painted button detail on his vest. I'll have to look at other figures back on shelf to see if that's just mine. Feels like a miss, even though it is on a separate segment. So, wow, what do we got here for articulation? Head rotation, 360, can bobble around a little bit. Pretty good movement. Shoulders that can hinge out a little bit. Maybe a ball joint actually underneath that shoulder, but you can rotate his muscle there a little bit. An elbow with one hinge. And a fist that is on a hinge that you can rotate a little bit. And we've got a middle section there right below the unpainted button. And then waist that also rotates. Hips do a lot. They can kick out, rotate, walk, everything you need. Knees are a little odd. They just hinge. They do not rotate. You can look inside there and it's actually square. A square joint. That is so weird. Not a post would have made it rotate, but we've just got a hinge. And then we've got ankles that are hinged and can move side to side, which is kind of neat. So it's more than plentiful points of articulation. I like that. You can place them in a lot of different fun positions. For a low-cost figure, I think it's got Got a lot of going on for it. Except for maybe that oversized straw hat again. A little bit over the top, and I kind of wish it was removable. For the price point though, pretty fun. It's always nice to have an extra Luffy around at this scale. He seems more in line with the squirrels there. So before we get to Zoro, let's try our first mystery light up squishy devil fruit. I picked these way up in January and have been so meaning to get to them. Packed full of options of devil fruit. I see 11 maybe of delicious, mind-bending, arm-strengthening, stringy flying devil fruit to eat. And they light up, so we gotta try it. We're gonna have to work on a little bit of our devil fruit identification skills. Anybody got an idea on this one? Any of these are really fun though. If you can find that shelf box with these, seek them out. Nothing better to lacerate your fingers with these then. Cage fruit, am I saying that right? Cage? It looks like a poison berry wrapped with lettuce leaves. Cage nomi fruit, or kaji nomi? Help me with the pronunciations. It's a shadow fruit. And I have not seen before because this doesn't appear until episode 338. I'm still stuck around the 100s. Gives the user the ability to manifest and control shadows of living creatures. Yeah, I noticed that core was pretty dark. The question is, how do we light this up? There we go. I'm gonna be turning my lights off a lot today, I believe. So that's what makes these so incredible. Not only are they just a really pleasing, squishy feel and design and look, but they also light up inside, very nice and glowy, and we'll do some more glow tests as we go through. But there's our shadow fruit, which I don't believe we have a Roblox. Oh, we did. First series of Blox fruits had the shadow fruit. How funny, they each kind of have a similar stem there. And this one's still glowing. I'm trying to remember, yeah, squeeze to turn off. So that's your one failsafe. Make sure you always turn them back off because I do not know the battery life. And there is no way to get back in and replace a battery. I'm hoping whatever powers this thing holds up for at least 5, 10, 15, 100 years, right? Alright, where did Zoro go? Off screen, there's Zoro. Over here up front center. I can never say his first name correctly. Roronoa Zoro on table. For character choices, to start off with Ultimate Legends, they couldn't have picked a better duo. Monkey and Zoro, a perfect combo. Zoro, easily one of the best characters on One Piece. Fights 3-sword method, and they've got the figure looking exactly how I want him to look. I wasn't too happy with how they styled him with the animated Legends line. Didn't really care for the coat and the eye damage. I did find this knockoff of him last year. It is so awful. I mean, they gave you a bunch of extras with it, heads and hands and swords, but he just falls apart, even missing his arm right now, so I need to retire this figure as soon as I can. So we got this one, and I think it's gonna do the job. Over on the back of the box here, not much going on, just a lot of fine print made in China, maybe some of the last toys we see this year, right? Oh gosh, but a fun figure to look for and collect. Let's see how well I can brick separate this one. At the price point of $10 per figure, I'm really tempted to buy an extra set of these and just pin up on the wall because I like them so much. Oh, package damage. Hey, Zoro. Oh, pin in the swords. Pin in the swords. Pin in the swords. And now it's Zoro's turn to be on the table. Is Luffy laughing at him back there? There's Zoro, standing all action figure-like. Fists are clenched again. Bright green hair. And straight long pants to stand on. You know, these figures may be just the kind of thing you're supposed to leave and package and display. They're not really much there to play. With the fists always closed, they can't grab onto even a sword. And out of all characters, you would want this figure to at least hold on to one sword, with a second and even a third in that mouth preferred. So they're definitely sort of kind of basic in how they're gonna play. Looks are great though, looks are so great. Bandai did a great job capturing them. Bandai and anime just kind of fit really well together in the style of plastic they use in their figuring. Their plastic has always felt cartoony and fit an anime style show way better than, say, a Power Rangers show where we're trying to look at real faces. Articulation with this guy, I imagine, is going to be very similar to Luffy. Head with a positionable 360 rotation. Oh, there goes his whole body on that. Kind of tied in with there. So plenty of movement with that head. Shoulders that are kind of limited with their, it's like a ball joint inside there, I believe. Oh, I did. It's a ball joint. So it's a ball jointed post that goes into both his shoulder and his upper arm. And then an elbow that has one hinge. Is that kind of like the sequel series to One Piece, one hinge? And then his wrist has that hinge there to rotate, probably a ball joint in there. Torso, which I like, is upper torso for rotation, lower torso probably under that green belt. Hips feel like they have the most on these figures. Oh, I see a ball jointed post in there or something. So there's a lot of great movement in these hips. Then the knees are back down to just one piece or one hinge, the sequel series. And then the feet are on a hinge that rotates. Lots of movement actually on these feet. So a little bit less in the knees, but maybe you don't really need them in the knees. You don't want to break your knee. Plenty of articulation to play around with these, really. Just limited maybe in the fact that these are fist fighting figures. I'll take it though, I'm a big fan of Zoro. So now we've got plenty of devil fruits to go through. Try and find most of the collection we shall. What could be this one? It's on fire. It's gotta be the fire devil fruit. Mara or flame fruit, meaning the sound of fire burning. Yet another fruit that I have yet to encounter. This one appears episode 629. I have a lot of watching to do to ever catch up to this one. This devil fruit allows the user to create, control, and transform into fire at will. And of course, should have light up abilities. Probably the most, oh, that one really glows out of everything I've pulled so far in the devil fruits. This is only my third pull of one of these actually, so this one glows the most, and it would be the one you'd want to glow the most. I wonder if they added an extra bright LED in there. That is so cool and so squishy and satisfying how these work. So yeah, they are quite a little fun fidget. Take with you to a dark room anywhere. I should bring out what I pulled before a while back. It's the, oh gosh, Ito Nomi fruit? Probably killing all the translations. It's the string fruit. Episode 151 maybe, so I may be catching up to this one. A white fruit here that, if I remember, glows fairly good and kind of shows off some impressive line work detail around the rubber of the fruit toy here. That's kind of a pretty fun one to look at. So the Ito string fruit, if I even pronounce that correctly. So that is 3 of the fruits out there. Let's see if we can add a few more fruit to the mispronounced bowl. The fun in these is building that fruit bowl. Oh, it's our second shadow fruit. Whoops. Not really a bad thing pulling a double, as a fruit bowl will have several of various fruits of the same. I'd like to find something with a little bit of red in it though, like a cherry or a tomato or something. That's kind of interesting. What is that? It's first on the list. It's an awa fruit. Oh, lacerations. So it's small. It's a purple bubble fruit, first seen in episode 293, allowing the user to emit and control soap and bubbles that can not only clean off dirt, but also can clean off power, making the user a soap human. These are too fun to read up on, by the way. So what do we got for light? Okay, a little bit on the, ring on the bottom. That really glows strangely. I don't know if that was intentional or just kind of like how these are built. It kind of feels like how it was built. That glows really oddly, but it's still kind of a fun one. It's nice to see a purple color in the egg. So bubble fruit, that's a fun one. I hope you get a chance to find some of these. I saw it over towards the start of the year, and I haven't seen one in a while, but the stores that I shop at just kind of clear out so fast. What? 2 bubble fruits in a row, how odd. What are the odds on that? Maybe this one lights up different. I'm kind of curious. Nope, they both kind of have that same ring around the bottom. Oh, I gotta turn this one off before it goes bad. I've so mixed all these packs up. I have no idea. It's so random. I don't see codes or anything. Ah, okay, finally. Whoa, that's creepy actually. It's like a strawberry skull with the teeth on the bottom. Yikes. Attack of the Killer Strawberries. Oh, that is so nice and weird. This is the weirdest fruit. What is this guy? I gotta look up my guide. I'm not sure. It could be a hand too. It's a Yomi fruit seen all the way up to episode 337, I believe. I've got so far to go. I was on a really good string of watching these last year, and this year I just have not been able to catch up to anything. It's a commitment of time for sure, but they're so good. This is a revive fruit. Okay, revive for resurrection. Enhances the user's soul to the point where they resurrect after their first death, allowing them to live a second time and to use several other soul-based abilities. Kind of explains why it has kind of like a heart look, maybe, in a way. It looks like valves or something. It has a very like organ-like look. It's really quite fascinating. Glad to add this one into the fruit bowl for sure. It's gonna liven up the colors a lot. That is, and it's like the most tastiest looking one, except for maybe those little nubbies on the bottom. Pretty good collection so far on these, and I have a couple more to open, see what else we can find here. The odds are good we'll find something else. What will be the next power? Oh, is that another red one? It's different. Oh, it's a heart. An OPOP Fruit. There's just so many fruit I gotta catch up on. One day I'll just watch all day, right? First scene, episode 398. The OPOP Fruit grants the power to create a spherical domain inside of which the user can freely rearrange, take apart, without harm, and surgically remodel anything and anyone, including themselves, making the user a free modification human. By the way, thanks to the fandom One Piece wiki for some of the help here today. With a series as long and as huge as One Piece, it is really nice to have a fandom page, a fandom wiki page. So this is a really neat one too, a little brighter than this one. This was actually more brown now that my lights are hitting it, and this is next to it, whereas this one is definitely a bright red. Oh, and it glows really well. Kind of like the bubble fruit there. It has a ring around the bottom. Some of these don't glow as well as others. This one's pretty good. This is a pretty good glow. And it's kind of they're also satisfying. They're squishy, and they've got this just rubbery, cool fruit feeling to them. It's a perfect match of a series. So they're really quite fun to look for. So there we go. That's the OPOP Fruit. If I can remember these. There's so many of them. Sorry, T-Rex, I still haven't found your fruit. But we have a couple more packs, so we'll see what happens. So what do we got here? There's a pineapple looking like one and a mushroom looking like one. I'd love to finish out the collection with. This one almost looks like a smoke fruit, I wonder. Yummy fruit. If there's any fruit that has the I want to eat fruit sound, yummy would be the one, right? Lacerations. Berry fruit like stem. So the yummy fruit, dark fruit. I thought those were swirls of smoke. So this is actually the dark fruit. Episode 325 allows the user to create, control, and transform into darkness at will, making the user a darkness human. Creepy. I think I've played this somewhere in Blox Fruits, right? Maybe? And well, this is another purple style. There we go. Oh, that glows really well throughout. Look at that. I'm getting a lot of inner glow underneath all the spiral darkness. That one glows. Oh, that one glows just really well. I gotta turn some more lights off actually on this one. Yeah, that might be my favorite glowing fruit of the day. The way it interacts with the spirally leaves on it. And the topper there is a pretty fun topper too. That is a cool looking fruit. Dark fruit all the way. Of course, now I can't get dark fruit, there we go, to turn off. Gotta be careful with the battery life on these. I've got one more here and one in the back row there, so two more to go. What are we gonna find? Oh, it's our second string fruit. Got another one of those. Kind of like the pear-shaped look of this one, and it glows pretty well. That leaves this final fruit back here. What could it be? Oh, what could it be? Like I said, I was really looking for a pineapple one. The pineapple one here and or the mushroom-like one would be great to find. And I think this one, these three right here have been unfound yet. Let's try a different package location. Oh, yeah, we'll end it strong with the pineapple. Very good. Oh, it's kind of like a raspberry too, like in between. But what is it really? What is it really? So I think this one is a Barbara fruit, the chop fruit. And I've actually seen this one used up close and personal up in episode 5. Finally, something in the early series. Devil fruit that allows the user to split their own body into pieces and control said pieces however they wish, as well as making the user immune to slashing actions, making the user a splitting human. And I've seen it used mostly by Buggy Clown Pirate. Buggy, you see him a lot. Gosh, is he annoying. That guy just drives me nuts. So I have seen, finally, I've seen a user of one of these fruits. And I've got to catch up with some episodes. So there it is. Pretty good glow, actually, on 2 of the sides. And then the other sides are kind of off, aren't they? So you got kind of like a little bit of light. That's good. That's pretty nice. That's really pretty. That's a pretty one. This is the most prettiest one. So I've done pretty well today collecting a variety of mystery light up devil fruits. And the way these guys glow together, really quite satisfying to see a patch of devil fruit on the table. Uh-oh. Ironically, out of all the fruit, my dark fruit there is not firing. It's dead. Something went wrong inside. I can't repair it because it is closed. We'll have to dig into that sometime, but everything else is glowing so pretty and so well together. That's the fun of these. Even a couple extras doesn't matter because they look so good together. Hold up, one more. It was in the back of the box. And I snuck a peek and it's a good one. It's a good one. It is none other than the rubber fruit, Luffy's fruit. The gum fruit! The gum fruit, probably the most important fruit in this collection to find. So I'm glad, I can't believe I almost missed this one. Look at there. It's huge. It's very round. First scene, episode 1 grants the user's body the properties of rubber, effectively making them a rubber human. So it's the gum fruit, way cool. Ooh, and it lights up beautiful purple. Beautiful purple. Can't believe I almost missed this one. I'm so glad it was in the back of the box. Kind of wedged in there. Ooh, really good light up effects too. So Luffy back here is going to be really excited to know that we've got his fruit ready to go. It's huge. Might be scaled a little bit better to the anime heroes than it is to the Ultimate Legends, but there it is. These are perfect accessories for collecting with the figures. And that is One Piece Ultimate Legends action figures, Luffy and Zoro, looking interesting finally on the table, along with these mystery light up squishy devil fruits. If you liked today's video, please give us a squike, squirrelibe, a squammet, your favorite devil fruit that you would take a bite into. What interesting powers would you get or want to get the most? Thanks so much for watching. That's what I have to say about that. And don't forget to send Glitch some fan mail.